Hi, beautiful friends. It's Lemuria here to give a little pop-up reading from the Lumerians. They have been coming through in a variety of my meditations and other interactions with people. Really strong energy of wanting to bring messages forth to those of you who feel a connection to Lemuria or to the Lumerians, or if you feel you're a star seed or a light worker. The Lumerians have really been coming through this year wanting to help, wanting to guide, wanting to really set us up for the most success and positive breakthroughs possible, helping us to ascend to higher states of consciousness and be able to maintain those higher states of consciousness. So as the world is changing, there are more beings that can be really steeped in the vibration of love. So I'm gonna take that one right away. I'm just gonna see how many cards. I'm thinking 3, so we'll see where it goes. So they're really just wanting to bring forth these messages to help humanity, or those people that feel called to be stewards for humanity, helpers, overseers, protectors, unifiers, anything within that realm. They're really coming through to help support you right now. And so I'm seeing this so much more and more every day, that we're getting this really strong input from the Lumerians and some of the other beings within the cosmos that are already steeped in unconditional love, that know how to teach us how to live and breathe in unconditional love and to really awaken that on this planet, because it is one of the key elements of us being able to unite and to come into oneness with all of creation. So it's not something that a lot of people here fully understand or fully embody, but more and more people are coming into the awareness of love being important, of love being what is a driving force that's going to help us all come together and unite harmoniously. And so I'm just going to see what the Lumerians have in terms of how can we as a collective start stepping into that more and being the love. And so they're really like, I was very guided to this even before I sat down to connect with them in terms of what they wanted me to talk about. So they want us to embody the love, but we need to understand, what does that mean? Because it's all great words. I can tell you be the love, but I've had people be like, I don't know what that means. Like, be the love, like what is love? Love is also something we each have to define. And so I feel within this too, it's like the Lumerians are inviting you to start to really look at how you define love and how you embody love and how you express love and how you like to receive love and how you like to give love, because this is going to be a really fundamental point in moving forward in such a way that's going to allow you to break through things and to come into a deeper alignment with yourself and all those that are around you. So the first card, I went right for the center. It's just where my intuition led me. And it's the solar plexus chakra. So radiant illumination. Now, this doesn't surprise me. The solar plexus is our house of personal power. So while we often look at our heart as our center that radiates love, if we aren't standing in our power, our ability to radiate love and our ability to bring that forth is going to be, let's say, just dampened some. It's not that you can't still love or bring that forth, but if you aren't in your power, it's going to be more challenging, or it's going to be more diluted, because you are not within wholeness within yourself, or you are not fully radiantly illuminated, is what I'm hearing. So with this, I'll bring it in because I really, if you want to look at this, it's like there's these movements and expansions, and as it goes up and out, we're seeing an expansion, but we're also seeing lightening, and it's turning from the more purples, like the intuitive centers, up into the golden higher consciousness energies. So the Lumerians are telling me right now that it's about using your intuition in terms of how you are meant to connect with higher consciousness, such as Lumerians, for example, in order to come into your power. So the more that you start calling your personal power back, the more that you start speaking your truth, the more that you start setting and maintaining clear and healthy boundaries with everything in your life, the more you're going to be in your power and the stronger ability you're going to have to radiate love throughout everything that you do and say. And so I'm shifting, I'm going to go here because I'm seeing it's another chakra. So we're getting the sacral chakra, the core of creation. And so, and we're also, there's like wings and there's a serpent on here and a sacred spiral. So there's a lot of cool things coming through. I'm going to take it one at a time. So with this, it's like more shedding with that serpent. So shedding the old stories, shedding the old beliefs surrounding you not being in your power. So there's a lot of reasons why people choose to not step into their power. People make a lot of excuses, or people give forth a lot of reasons, and always hear there's never judgment. Like, we will do what we need to do when we're ready. So if you haven't been able to step into your power more fully, if you haven't been able to speak your truth more fully yet, this is just encouragement that the Lemurians are like, we're trying to support your creation. We're trying to support you coming into your power. And with this, it's rooting you to the ability to transform. So it's very interesting because we're getting the red, the more lower chakras, energy of really being anchored in the earth, but allowing yourself to transform and to rise. Again, we're getting that golden higher consciousness energy. So with this, it's tying together some chakra work. So for those of you that are feeling a resonance with Lemuria, who are feeling a resonance with stepping up to be a steward for humanity or a protector, the feeling that I'm getting is that some of you may really benefit from doing some chakra balancing, chakra meditations. If you want to check out my playlists on the channel, I do have a meditation playlist that has meditations for each chakra, so you might want to check that out and do the one for the sacral and for the solar plexus to help clear and balance. Or if you have other ones or strategies you love to use, awesome, do that. Whatever you feel called to. But this is the Lemurian saying it's really time to like start cleaning out, and those are two in tandem, so it's like they're the two chakras right next to each other. And so whenever there's blocks within two that are back to back like that, it's like if energy is trying to come up from the earth, it might be coming in your root and okay, but then it's hitting and it's blocking. And if that consciousness is coming down from the crown, it can come down in through the heart, and then it might hit that block. So you can't actually ground that higher consciousness energy down. So they're showing it to me as though for some of you there's a block within these chakras, or there just needs to be more nourishment, more energy given there so that you can bring more forth into the physical world. And so doing some work with those chakras, or even going out into nature and really kind of connecting with the earth, asking the energy to come in, to clear, to balance, to harmonize, to energize those chakras. That's going to be really helpful at this time. In addition to looking at anything that needs to be shed. So they're showing me these two together in the sense of there might be things that you need to shed in order to step more into your power. So look at the stories you've been telling yourself about your own power, your use of power, your ability to be a powerful creator, and see what kind of stories have you been telling yourself. And if those stories are not aligned with you being infinite and infinitely capable of creating the life that you want for yourself, then there's space for growth, space for upgrades in those stories so that you can come into that space. And so this core of creation really is connected with our personal power. Like if we don't feel that we're a powerful individual, if we don't feel energized, it's going to be a lot more challenging to create. So if you have been feeling lower energy, if you haven't been feeling very creative, then it's really another sign like there's some chakra work that needs to be done to help balance. I just, whatever that looks like for you, they're giving me that as a strong message. So you might have an energy healer or worker that you work with. If you don't, please let me know. I'm happy to help with that too, or refer to some other amazing individuals that I do know as well that could help. So with that energy, we're going to shift over to here, and the card is alignment. So it's really about coming into alignment. And again, they're saying the alignment is there's a misalignment right now that has to do with the sacral and solar plexus chakra. For those of you this is resonating with, and the alignment is what's going to happen when work is done here or when time is invested in these arenas. So within this, I'm seeing the energy of these jewels. So there's one for all of the 7 chakras in here. So that to me is coming into alignment within your full chakra system. There's also a dragonfly in the center, which is all about, in this case, I'm hearing cutting through illusions. So really coming into a space of seeing through the illusions that ever made you feel like you did not deserve to be in your own power, or that you in any way were not the creator of your own reality. So the Lemurians really want you to understand that you are a powerful creator, and that if you have ever felt anything less than that, it's merely been a thought, an illusion, a story that you chose at some point to take on, probably unconsciously, that has been telling you otherwise. And they, through bringing you into alignment within yourself, will help you awaken your ability to be fully aligned and to see through not only that illusion, but any other illusions that are manifestations of the ego, mind, or collective conditioning. Now, they're also showing me the dolphins on either side. So I'm getting the sense of like divine partnership, whether that's romantic, friendship, your soul tribe, anything within that realm. But the dolphins are, to me, they are very high consciousness beings. I don't really feel like they originated from this plane. They're very intelligent and very capable of leading us into really deep levels of nourishment and energy for fulfillment and alignment. They also are incredibly loving, kind, gentle creatures that can teach you how to just, you watch them through the water and they're effortless. And so they're really speaking to you about being able to ebb and flow with life. I was just doing a session with someone yesterday who was talking in terms of a scale of numbers, and sometimes their number 10 is like they're feeling super connected, super enlightened, really great. But then sometimes they pop down into a 7, which isn't like bad, but they're like, it just doesn't feel as good as the 10. And so they were really looking at the ebb and flow, and they're like, yeah, it's all great when I'm in this like peak state, but then when I have to dip down a little, I don't really like that. What can I do to not be there? Well, the reality is life is a continuous flow that is sometimes going to have these peak states and then those level out. And it's not to say that it's going to be like, oh, you go in this peak state and then straight up depression. That could be some people's reality at certain points. But the goal is to be able to effortlessly flow with the ebbs and flows in such a way that you are not saying this one is good, this one is bad. You're just saying this is what's happening right now, and I am going to go with the flow. And when you do that, you are coming into alignment within yourself and within the natural rhythms of the universe, which means you're going to be in greater alignment. You're going to have a greater level of peace, stability, harmony, and balance within your total being. And when you have greater alignment, you are able to then come forth with your power in such a way that you can serve humanity in whatever way you feel called to be able to do that, though, from this place of strength and stability. And so right now, the Lemurians are really helping you cultivate your strength, your stability, and your ability to really embrace your personal power and see it as the gift that it is and the necessary component that humanity needs right now for more of us to step into our true loving natures and to spread that throughout the world in whatever ways we can through every interaction we have. And so they're helping to heal you and align you so that it becomes just a very natural a part of your life to flow and to offer these gifts and your services wherever you feel called to do that. So thank you so much for tapping into this message from Lemuria and the Lemurians, and I am sending you all so much love and light for a blessed journey and stepping deeper into being the love and the beautiful being that you are, acknowledging that you are, and allowing that light to radiate. Take care.